Insider reveals UFO and secret space program disclosure war. On August 16, secret space program SSP insider Corey Goode released some new intelligence data he received from his sources about competing groups fighting over how, what, and when to disclose information about UFOs and secret space programs. What follows is a review of what Goode tweeted and my thoughts on its significance. For those new to Goode or who question his authenticity as an insider, I recommend a January 16, 2019 article where I explain my reasoning for why he is the real deal and why his info is worth examining. Goode uses a few codes and acronyms in his tweets, which I'll translate in my quotes. This is what Goode wrote about secret arrests and transfers to Gitmo. Quote, secret MS-13 arrests / Gitmo are giving the alliance leverage against Central American / Mexican corrupt leaders / cabal, CIA Langley, drug human trafficking operations. These corrupt leaders are now cooperating with the alliance. End quote. Goode is here confirming that joint covert operations that involve US Special Forces are taking part in the arrests and detentions of those involved in human trafficking, including CIA operators. Such operations were made possible by an executive order issued by President Donald Trump on December 27, 2017. I discussed Goode's information about US Special Forces being used in this regard in a January 2018 article. Goode next describes the struggle between the different white hat groups that make up the Earth / SSP alliance over which out of between 2 to 6 agendas should be implemented for humanity's future. Quote, in recent months, the alliance has become non-centralized with up to 2 to 6 different agendas now at play. Attempts to re-centralize them is underway. Internal battle over disclosures, negotiations underway. Operation of infiltration / division / civil war within the community and alliance averted. End quote. Goode's reference to an attempt to infiltrate and divide the Coup movement being averted likely refers to an August 14 video by Red Pill 78 exposing an individual claiming to be Q, Austin Steinbart, as a LARPer. Especially pertinent is Goode's reference to, quote, internal battles over disclosures, end quote. This tells us that the unprecedented UFO disclosure initiatives being taken by Congress, the Pentagon, and the mainstream media are a result of competing groups with their own unique agendas. I give an overview of this disclosure battle in a 2-part series of articles, and will go into more detail with new information in my upcoming August 22nd webinar, Full Disclosure versus Limited Hangouts. Goode goes on to explain how an alliance between White Hat Secret Space Program groups, SSP Alliance, that had coalesced around the US Navy's Solar Warden program, which he began working with back in March 2015, has been mostly in hiding. This was due to one of the SSP Alliance's high-level assets, Sigmund, being assassinated by the Cabal / Deep State through an SSP called the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, ICC. Despite going dark, the Alliance has been very active in infiltrating and sabotaging the ICC, according to Goode. Quote, SSP Alliance leadership mostly in hiding since Sigmund's death. SSP Alliance operatives involved in sabotage within the ICC. Guerrilla warfare in space, disclosure, narratives battle, SSP Alliance no longer able to penetrate the global defense grid for briefings, tech disclosures. End quote. Once again, Goode refers to competing agendas in a disclosure narratives battle. More concerning is his reference to the inability of the SSP Alliance to get information about the, quote, global defense grid, end quote. This suggests that the cabal/deep state/ICC has been able to successfully shield its plans and operations to create a modern Skynet through corporations such as SpaceX, which is in the process of deploying its Starlink network comprising thousands of small satellites. Next, Goode goes on to tell us that the operations of the Dark Fleet, DF, a secret space program created by a German breakaway group in Antarctica that relocated to Mars in the 1960s, see my book Antarctica's Hidden History for more details, are to be unveiled by the SSP Alliance in 2021. Quote, SSP Alliance finished compiling Sigmund's Dark Fleet intel to be released in 2021. Full narratives and roles of operatives, history of DF and its infiltration into other SSP programs to be revealed, ICC Superboard infiltration / purge details, disinfo / satanic ritual abuse / live action roleplay LARP purge, disclosure war, end quote. This is very encouraging news. Detailed intel about both the Dark Fleet and the Superboard of transnational corporate executives running the ICC may be revealed in 2021. In February 2018, there were rumours that an agreement had been reached between the Dark Fleet and a representative from the Trump administration, former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, where the German program would be revealed and advanced aerospace technologies released into the public arena. If the information was accurate, as circumstantial evidence at the time suggested, then the agreement was not implemented, likely due to deep state / ICC opposition. Perhaps it is the weakening of the deep state / ICC through the series of setbacks described by Goode, which has now made it possible for such an agreement to be implemented. The truth about the Dark Fleet would then be revealed to the world. It's perhaps not coincidental then that the Shadowgate documentary has just been released, showing the power and reach of transnational corporations in massive computer influence operations all over the planet. Finally, we have Goode's tweet about a secret CIA naval battle group that has been mostly captured by Earth Alliance after its crew mutinied. Quote, secret CIA naval fleet mostly captured, CIA recruited Navy vets mutinied against cabal, black CIA prison barge captured, remaining submarine under the protection of rogue China assets, China coup brewing, false flag World War attempt, Space Force / missile defense assets on alert, end quote. This is the same mysterious naval group that launched the false flag missile attack on Hawaii on January 13, 2018, that was intended to start a nuclear war between the US and North Korea. This would have drawn China into the battle, thereby leading to World War III. Thankfully, the rogue missile was intercepted by a US Air Force-run secret space program, which I wrote about in a February 3, 2018 article. Goode is now telling us that a remnant of the CIA naval group has found refuge in China, and there is a possibility of a major coup there and/or another false flag attempt to spark a nuclear war between China and the US. Space Force and its assets are on full alert to monitor the situation. It has been more than a year that Goode's sources have been silent about the issues discussed above. The fact that he has again started receiving such intelligence suggests that we are in the final stages of a titanic battle between opposing groups and factions in control of their respective SSPs. More to come, as Goode said he will release additional information soon through his YouTube channel. This has been Dr. Michael Salla with exopolitics.org. I want to announce that on August 22nd, this coming Saturday, I'll be conducting a 4-hour webinar intensive on the topic How the Deep State plans to hide the truth about secret space programs and ET life. In the webinar, I'll be discussing many of the issues raised in this article. Thank you for listening and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Aloha.